Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today with the final episode of our Bloodiest War Ever After Action Report series. That's right, this is the last episode, where basically, for the most part, casualties have... they're still going to go on a little bit, but we'll get into that. Essentially where we are now, and I know you guys are devastated to hear it's finally ending, but... unfortunately for the United States and the Allies, there's not a whole lot more they can really do. The red tide has poured in through Mexico. We took Brazil and we took Mexico, and like I said, we're pushing right on through the United States, and there's nothing they can do against our unrivaled manpower, but also the amount of nuclear weapons that we have at our disposal. We pushed up the western coastline and very quickly started enveloping the western side, where a strong bulwark has been created in Nevada, which was holding against us very well, but it's only a matter of time before it eventually begins to crumble under the weight of so many dead. It's very true. So you're probably wondering, how do we do this? Well, it took us about a year, 2 years maybe. I think we were at 1983. We were about here. It is 1985, and we've pushed up really far. We have lots more resources now, as can be seen on our production screen right here. We have lots of oil, lots of rubber, lots of tungsten and aluminum. We're still short on chromium and steel, but that's just because, look at our production lines. Look at how much is being created right now. It's absolutely ridiculous just how much military equipment and planes and tanks and mechanized trucks and so on have been created to fuel this freaking holy war machine that I have created. So yeah, things are going pretty well. It's actually kind of terrifying, and again, I kind of wanted to bring this video to a close because, as you see here, the United States is about to surrender. It's getting very close. And I think they're the last major ally in the game with the United States. So the moment the United States falls, Canada will fall, Australia will fall, and so on and so forth. So I think that this is a great place to just go ahead and end the series, and I'll try my best to basically account for how many total casualties in one final video after this one. But for the sake of this particular video and for this particular series, let's go ahead and take a look at the casualties as they stand now. As per usual, we'll start with the communist team, the Comintern first. Iran has 6.93 million casualties. Mongolia 1.13. The Soviet Union 50.42 or 43. China 34.6 million. The Arabian Assembly 316,000. Democratic Republic of Afghanistan 1.19 million. Iraq 1.09 million. Portugal 3.41 million. The Socialist Republic of Germany 56,000. One thing I really want to point out too is look how many divisions we have. 1,982. So it's like 1982. It's we almost have as many divisions as it is the year. That's ridiculous. If you look at your average size of a division, which is about 10,000 men according to World War I standards anyway, it was about 10,000 men. That basically means we have about 19 million men on the field in war and ready to go. But assuming that there is a bunch of mechanized and armored and so on, I would actually cut that in half and say it's actually about 10 million. Still, that's a completely raunch number if you think about the size of an army, to think 10 million men active duty on the field at one time. That's crazy. So let's take a look at the Allied casualties. The United States, 23.98. The British Raj, 1.74. Romania, 1.07. The Union of Britain, 10.36. The Philippines 1.39, the Netherlands 2.49, France 13.39, Australia 1.78, Belgium 2.86, Guatemala 269,000, Liberia 127,000, Luxembourg 103,000, South Africa 940,000, Czechoslovakia 643,000, the Kiwi Empire 202,000, Yugoslavia 958,000, Canada 2.07 million, Brazil 2.68 million, Mexico 5.86 million, Thailand 185,000, Japan 1.7 million, Turkey 687,000, Spain 327,000, the Socialist Republic of Bulgaria 360,000, Hungary 830,000, Italy 5.23 million, the Republic of Austria 401,000, Republican Spain 1.99 million, the German Republic 6.16 million, the Republic of Albania 27,000, Tibet 35,000, the Third Guangxi Clique 3,000, China 3,000, and Venezuela 968,000. Whew, that is a mouthful, absolutely. The Allies have been all but devastated. They only have a few strongholds left. The United States is crumbling. Canada will follow suit. And Australia is, well, yeah, I mean, Australia's Australia. They're going to go down too. They're an ally. And, I mean, this has been an absolutely interestingly terrifying playthrough. Like, I've never played a playthrough like this of any game ever. Guaranteed. I've never seen these types of casualty figures in any video game I've ever played. I've never had such massive losses. I've never inflicted such downright devastation on an opposing team. I mean, just the amount of loss of life alone is just terrifying when you actually sit down and think about it. And I know I've been saying that since the beginning, but truly I can't help but continue to kind of just keep talking about it because it's crazy. Like, even just watching these numbers tick up, like, they just went up a 0.01, 0.01 more. This one just went up 0.02. So that means that, and there we go, that means they've lost 30,000 men in a few days. We've lost 50,000 men in a few days. And the numbers just keep ticking up and going higher and higher and higher. So truly, we could keep adjusting those numbers and going up with them, especially because of this massive offensive that my troops are currently engaged in. We are devastating the American forces, and we are taking thousands and thousands of casualties along with it. And we're about to surround this division and overrun all these dudes. Boom, look at that. The United States does not have much time left. Oh, this is kind of depressing. Me being being American, this is terrifying to me. Absolutely terrifying. And where are they at now? 72%. They have almost capitulated. Oh wow, look. And see, we've basically taken over the entire western half. I literally don't even really have to give orders anymore. My dudes are just doing what they got to do and taking that territory for the battle, from this battle plan. It's just working this well. We're actually about to drop a nuke here on Nevada. Okay, there we go. Yeah, alright, I thought I took that territory. I was like, oh shit. That would have been bad. That would have been really bad. Let's go look at the casualties again. See, the casualties since we last looked up have gone up 150,000 for the Americans and almost 300,000 or 200,000 for us. So, like, this is just crazy. This is absolutely insane to think. Just in days, millions of lives being thrown away on like a weekly basis. And God, look at the Western Front. They're like out. How are my divisions looking? Oh, we're at 1990. We're still just growing, just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. God, it's just insane, absolutely insane. Look, like, honestly, if you look at my recruit and deploy, it's not as impressive as it used to be. I was pumping out about like 100 divisions or so every time every time like a division was a training cycle was complete, I was pumping out like 100 different divisions, which is just raunch. Now, I didn't do that for very long, mind you, because that's a really hard production line to keep up. But I mean, if we take a look around just like the United States, for example, let's pause it for a second. Let's go take a look at China. If we go look at China, you can see where we just have hundreds of divisions just hanging out in garrison, not even being used. Like, this is starting to look more like Superpower 2 and less like Hearts of Iron with how many different unit counters there are on the field. And like, if we zoom in, we can go look further in. And I never really showed off my division designs. I never was all that good at designing divisions. But these are basically what I've been fighting my war with, is all these little divisions here. My most effective by far are the modern tank division, the armor divisions here. They have busted through lines after line after line, and the modernized mech especially has busted through line after line. Like, though they're really expensive to replace, so if I lose one, it's a devastating loss. But their breakthrough potential is just untouchable. No one really compares on that level, and we're just gonna keep just trailing on through and conquering land, baby. Uh-oh. Stop attacking! You're all dying. Do we have any more nukes to drop? Let's drop 2 nukes on these guys. Yeah, bust them up. Boom! Now attack. So awful. So awful. And that's actually something as well that I'm probably going to try my best. I don't know how I would do this, but I'm going to try to compile some relatively accurate estimates on how much human loss there would be, including the nuclear warheads that have been dropped in this war. Because I've dropped well over a couple. I would say I would put it at a soft estimate of about 300 nukes. I think that's a safe place to put that number. I would honestly say it's more than that. I'm producing like a nuke. Oh, then the United States has capitulated. Oh, we might have to readjust our number. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness freaking Christ. I've never done this before. Oh my God. I defeated the United States as China. What the fuck? I've never done that in this game. That's so crazy. I'm tripping out. I'm tripping balls right now. This is something else. This is something else. And like, all the units are gonna go move to the front line. This is crazy. I'm sorry. I know I'm kind of fanboying out on myself. I'm like jacking myself off, but I can't help it. This is just insane. I've never done this before. This is something I've been trying to do since I first started playing this game, was to beat the Allies, and I've done that. I have managed to beat the Allies. It took an extra 40 years to do it, but damn it if I didn't do it. So yeah, it is what it is. And now I'm gonna garrison. I guess I still have to beat Canada before the war is over. I just want to reiterate, for those who haven't been following this the whole time, there's no mods. There's no mods. I have not done any type of modding at all. This is entirely fighting and that kind of stuff. I mean, really, there's nothing else I guess I could say about it. I mean, there's no mod. Like, a lot of people keep asking me, am I playing with mods? How does the end date last so long? Well, apparently the end date lasts long if there's more than 3 major powers involved in the war. In this particular case, I thought the United States would be the last major power involved in the war, but I guess I was wrong. I guess Canada is considered a major power. I didn't really think Canada would be considered a major power. Everybody else is defeated, though. Like, if we go and look, they're all defeated, and they got nothing left, and that was it. I mean, Australia, I guess that's the new major power here, is Australia. That's kind of weird, but I mean, that is what it is. So I guess we'll have to recompile those numbers one more time, and oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Fucking titballs. Piss. Okay, good. It saved it, thank God. It's like it knew I fucked up. It's like, don't worry bro, we got you. I'm going to click on Mao Zedong here, and to tell him to conquer this. So look, so the United States still has Alaska. It's weird that wouldn't get capitulated, but whatever, I guess. Alright, so we're going to do that. Yeah, boom. Alright, and we're just going to tell them to charge. Just take it all. Take all of Canada. Like right here, right now, baby. You do it. You raunchy little Chinese men doing work, conquering the world, not giving a fuck about what people say. Look at all these freaking factories and all these resources. Still don't have enough chromium, though. But I can start building more like artillery and anti-tank and stuff like that. So that's good. That's good. I'm probably not going to care about... I'm not really going to do all that. I don't care. I don't need any more military production, truly. My military production is like insane already. I'm not too overly concerned about that. I do want to know, though, Canada... Okay, so they have to hold 20% or less victory points. So, and I don't really have any nukes to drop on them, so I guess I'm just going to have to take them. But thankfully for me, they don't have a whole bunch. Like, isn't Montreal and Quebec, I imagine, would be their two major points. In Toronto, yep, there's Toronto. So that's their three major points. Do they really have anything that would be considered major? Quebec is only worth 3 victory points. And Ottawa, Montreal, Quebec, and Toronto are all under me now. So yeah, look, they're already starting to crumble. They lost most of their major cities. They have a couple of other ones, I guess right here, Halifax. I don't know where you're going, Mr. Tank. You're going to go take Halifax so that we can speed this process up and conquer things and take it over. So yeah. Oh, there we go, Vancouver. I didn't even think about Vancouver. Okay, so yeah, Vancouver and Halifax are basically it, I would imagine, for major cities. Come on, there we go. Alright, Vancouver has been conquered. And where are we at now with Canada? They're about to capitulate. Yeah, it'll happen here in a second. Boom, there it goes. Canada has capitulated. All that's left is Australia. So, yeah. And look, they've got the little Haida Gwaii. I've never even heard of that city, but I mean, is that really all that surprising? So yeah, one more time. Let's go over the casualty figures now that the war is 100% over, and this will be the last time. The only other state to take over is Australia, and I mean, that's just, I don't care. I've won. It's at this point. But anyway, let's go through the list, starting with the communists. Iran, 6.93 million. Mongolia, 1.13 million. Soviet Union, 50.44 million. China, 35.4 million. The Republic of the Arabian Assembly, 316,000. Democratic Republic of Afghanistan, 1.19 million. Iraq, 1.09 million. Maximalist Portugal, 3.41 million. And Germany, 56,000. Alright, so let's go through the Allies one last time. Australia has 1.78 million casualties. The British Raj, 1.74 million. Romania, 1.07 million. Britain, 10.36. Philippines, 1.39. Netherlands, 2.49. France, 13.4. United States, 24.49. They still have some divisions left. Good Christ. Belgium, 2.86. Guatemala, 269,000. Liberia, 127,000. Luxembourg, 103,000. South Africa, 940,000. Czechoslovakia, 643,000. Kiwi Empire, 202,000. Yugoslavia, 958,000. Canada, 2.08 million. Brazil, 2.68 million. Mexican Opposition, 5.87 million. Thailand, 185,000. State of Japan, 1.7 million. Turkey, 687,000. Spain, 327,000. The Socialist Republic of Bulgaria, 360,000. Hungary, 830,000. Italy, 5.23 million. Austria, 4.01 thousand. Republican Spain, 1.99 million. The German Republic, 6.16 million. Albania, 27,000. Tibet, 35,000. The Gangxi Click, 3,000. The Republic of China, 3,000. And Venezuela, 987,000. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All those big, massive, intimidating numbers. And finally, our war that has gone on for over 43 years is finally coming to a close. And all it's going to take is, I guess, me taking over Australia. And hopefully it'll be over. God, I want it to be over. Like, this has been fun, don't get me wrong, but oh my goodness gracious, this is exhausting. All this war, but I feel like in this playthrough I have pushed this game to its limits. in terms of how the AI operates and reacts, how the constructions work and repairs, and look at all this broken ass shit. Look at all that. I gotta fix all that. Oh, good Christ. Good Christ. Anyway, I feel like I've really pushed this game to the limit, and that's, to a degree, that's actually really cool to think of, that I've basically made this game my bitch. But I guess that's a good thing, right? You know, making it your bitch and showing it who's got the pants in the relationship. I've learned a lot. I learned about nukes. Like, because I've used nukes before, but I never realized they actually do affect organization and unit damage. So that's something I learned there. And yeah, this has just been a huge learning experience for me in regards to how Hearts of Iron 4 operates. And I gotta say, this is probably one of the best grand strategy games I've played in years. It is so sexy. It's so good. But anyway, thanks so much for following me, guys. I'll probably do some sort of infographic video where I compile all the statistics so that we can go and look at how many men were lost, how much, like how many divisions we ended the game with, and how much manpower is used and stuff like that. I don't really know how I'm going to go about that yet, but I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to make it available so that we can all just revel in the fucking disgustingness of this war that has lasted for 43 years. But anyway, this has been CB, and I'll see you next time.